Welcome and welcome back. I'm Martin, and today I would like to show you how I wrote the piece Peccatum, Angelicum, and it all started as a demo song for the Bela Media vocal tools libraries, the Soprano and the Tenor. So I suggest we just start out by listening to the voices. They are fantastic. So, and even there, as always, use your MIDI CC controller. Just if we listen to this very first element, I worked in this case, as you can't work with dynamics on this library, just with the MIDI volume. But listen how this comes in like as the volume grows. Just like a real singer would do it. Same thing here. You see, there are all these lines going up and down, up and down. There you see it again. If you don't know these libraries, there's a review on my channel. What's really cool about is you have a phrase builder. So you have your steps, your verse, and your elements, and then you just create the phrases. And if you listen to it again closely, there is not one time that the soprano repeats the same phrase. It's always different words, different phrases all over the song. For the tenor, I only have the one audition, so I have only one phrase. I have libera me or libera me. But even there, I managed to twangle it around all the time, so you don't get it that at the end it's only libera me. Quite nice, this bit. Incredible voices. If you need solo singers, check out these libraries. They're definitely worth it. I think I said everything about the voices. You have the phrase builder, you work with the volume in this case. And what I did, I put some reverb on the bass where the voices are, so I have them in the same room for the reverb. And I think that's it for the voices. There isn't anything. I think I had something in mind that I wanted to say. No, not really. Okay. The voices, we get to the strings. The strings are completely from, the whole orchestral stuff is from Project Sam. I used the first patch here, which is the small violin and viola patch from Orchestral Essentials 2. I absolutely love it, and I use it quite often. That's such a nice, fragile sound. And even here, look at the blue curve. The blue curve in this case is expression. The same goes for the modulation. That's a wonderful, wonderful patch. The chord progression for this piece is quite easy because it starts out, I will go on the next string line and then show it to you. It's the from Symphobia, the string ensemble long notes with the sordino, so the strings are slightly muted. Sounds like this. Even this one very soft. We get to the next bit. We put the violins on top. So the chord progression at the end, it is C major. Can I get the sound? Of course I can get the sound. C major. Then we go down to D minor. We go to an F major over A. Then the G sharp. G major. C. So nothing too strange. For the strings, as we get to the second part, I'm changing the strings patch. So I'm leaving the sordino strings and I'm heading it over, always from Symphobia, to a normal sustained vibrato patch with the open string sounds quite full. So you see how the sound changed. So it really became a lot more body. I added the cello and the basses to it. And I included, always from Symphobia, the Spiccato extra shorts, and they are doing exactly this. Even here, I will solo them out. They are bringing some movement to the whole thing, and here, when they start, look exactly what velocity does. It gets stronger, and then look at the notes. There aren't nearly 2 notes with the same velocity, just to get this live playing touch. And always there, the second bit of the orchestral piece, I included from Symphobia, from the woodwinds, the staccato patch. So let's play them both. And I exchanged them. So the strings come in, then the strings get to the piano part, whilst the woodwinds are on the forte. And then they exchange. The woodwinds back up, and the strings get in the foreground. So you always have a movement, but you never have the same sound. They always... You see, there are bits where the strings dominate and other bits where the woodwinds short dominate. As we are already with the woodwinds, I even added, as I really love the sound of woodwinds, a from Symphobia woodwind long patch, which I will show you with all the tracks from the beginning switched on. Gives it this wonderful warm sound to the strings. Here we have this wonderful solo line, which is from Project Sam's Lumina. It's a legato bassoon. I absolutely love the sound of it. And if we look at the tempo track, look how I worked with the tempo track, because I wanted the beginning really slow. But there, the woodwind line was way too slow, so I was speeding up a lot. I'm slowing down again. I'm speeding up again as the bassoon plays its line. I'm slowing down. I'm really slowing down to get the tempo out of it, to have a soft start when the voices come in. Okay, just this on the tempo track. We talked about the strings, we talked about the woodwinds. I have here from Pandora Core the drum rolls and the cymbal rolls. I don't know if you know Pandora. It's a wonderful library. There will be a review soon. I know I'm doing a lot of reviews lately, but if there's a library that I really love, then I just would like to share it with you. to show you all these fantastic libraries that there are. The cool thing about Core, to make it short, you get all the orchestral sounds from Project Sam, but you get them time synced. So you say to the roll, you have to last 2 bars, like it's written here, you have to the cymbal roll, you have to last 2 bars, and then you can create things like this. I put on the click and you see what I mean. The first bar, the second bar, and it's over. So it's so quick to work with this stuff if you just sync it, yeah, to your tempo in your project. The brass from Symphobia, I do have here the brass long notes, and even here, look at the curve of my modulation wheel. So if we listen to everything now again, you will hear the brass, but you will see how it comes in. It gives it this rich chocolate sound, and then the brass gets out, and the brass comes in and the brass gets out. You hear these swells now, so really work with your modulation, work with your expression. It's definitely worth it. Yeah, I think that's it for the first part. We come to the second part. The second part is quite rich of elements. I used a whole lot of libraries, starting with the cinematic pads from Spitfire Audio. Where are they? Yeah, there, they start already. Okay. I will look at this. Look at the dynamics, which is the volume. Look at the modulation, which is a low pass filter. Look at the distortion. I was working with 3 faders. And this is why the sound is never the same. The sound is changing all the time. Use your faders. I have very nice library, cinematic pads here, the Woodland Winds. Very warm sound, like an angel's choir, something like this. Okay, the next track is from Soft String Spurs from Dan Keen. Wonderful library. The extras, what do? They just add tremolo con legno pizzicato. You see? They bring a lot of movement to it. Then I have from Heavyocity the scoring guitars. Absolutely wonderful library. Distorted guitar. And I double it with the laps, lap steel, the tremolo slow, which sounds like this. And you double them and you get this sound. Okay, so if we listen now to all these, how I called them, the cinematic elements, this is what's going on. Then if we even switch on the voices on top. Then here even I have again the string spiccato. exactly the orchestral stuff. Okay, I have here the downer. Didn't listen to the downer. The downer is from Keepforest, Devastator Deathmatch. Fantastic sounds in here. Just a downer. Even at the very end, there's again a downer. Okay, as we are already here, at the end of the song, even here, we have just a nice drone from Jaeger, Audio Imperia. Incredible orchestral modern library, and there's a lot of electronic stuff in it too. And we get to the rest of the second bit, which I called here the electronic stuff. There is exactly this. So the drum loop is from Play It Forward, the free library from Heavyocity. It's the 2021 edition. You just donate for Against the Hunger in the World, and you get this library, and it's incredible. I mean, it's just drum loops. It's just drum loops, and it's really fantastic. I have a review on my channel for this library too. Many useful tracks in there. You see, definitely interesting for free, like the Devastator Deathmatch, the free edition. And then when we get to this second bit where it gets a little more what is this? It's a pulse from the Devastator Warzone. If this, if you bring in the voices, that's the sound of the last. Okay, and here then, just at the end, I would like to show you this fantastic sound. We get back to Pandora core, which is just a combination of many sounds that they built. They call it the Introfier. And now listen to this. It's one patch. You just press one key. And this is gigantic. So yeah, there will be a review of Pandora core soon, I guess. What makes me really happy, I finally have time again to write music. This was one project. There are another 2 songs coming really soon. I found another really cool library that I will show you soon. I just can tell you by now how it's called. It's Soul from Fingerprint Audio, and it's really cool. It's really cool. There will be a review of this, and I think that's it from my side. I hope you liked it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you like stuff like this, then please just subscribe, hit that little bell, and you will be informed whenever I do something like this. Now I suggest we listen again to the whole track now that you saw the various tracks and the various elements and what was going on in there, and make good music. See you in the next video then. Bye bye.